Yes, people, welcome to LFC Red Forever channel. As everyone knows, like we're in dire strait at the moment. Sorry, people, the other thing's deflecting. We're in a dire situation at the moment, and we've got issues at Liverpool Football Club that we've got to discuss. I'm not happy. I'm not happy at the moment. We're not doing we're not even doing the basics. So we've got lots to talk about. So let's do this, people. Let's do this. Hello, everybody. Like, subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily contents. Yes, people, welcome to LFC Red Forever channel. Please, before we start, just hit that notification button, like button, and subscription button. So we're going to be discussing Liverpool Football Club, of course. Liverpool Football Club that's letting us down. We're in a dire place. We're in deep trouble, people. And it looks like we can't get out of it. It looks like we're stuck there. It looks like the manager is all over the place. The players are all over the place. There's no justification here. You have to tell the truth about what's going on. You know what I mean? And we're struggling, people. We're struggling on the pitch. Big up to Doug. Please go and subscribe to Doug. Doug's channel. He's a Liverpool fan. He's amazing what he does as well with his content. So please go over there and subscribe to him. Doug, what can I say, bro? It's been like this throughout the season. Like, we go on a run and then all of a sudden we just like go on a rut like this. It's just up and down. And obviously we've got time to salvage that. But we haven't got the players in place to cover these players that looks old. You know what I mean? They look like old men running on the pitch, and they're struggling really badly. Let's look at the league, people. Let's look at the league. You can see it. You can see it right there. Liverpool are 6, 17 played. We've lost 5 this season as well, people. Like 5 games, man. And how is that acceptable? Like we hardly lose games season in, season out, and it's becoming a norm. It's becoming a norm, and I'm really worried about it. Oh man, I never thought I'd be back doing this early. You know what I mean? I was gonna come back at one stage doing live shows again, and probably further down the line. But when I'm watching my team like getting out battled, losing everything like in the air, first ball, second ball, third ball, whatever it is, we're losing it on a regular basis, and nobody is stopping this stupidness on the pitch. I said in the Leicester game, even though we won, there's an issue at this football club. That we've got bigger issues than we first thought. You know what I mean? And the way that guy at Leicester City ran through our midfield like they wasn't there was a panic for me. And people were in Twitter was like, you know, saying to me, why are you like actually talking about it? You know what I mean? We won the game. Let's move on. I said I'd rather talk about issues when we're winning games than when we're not. If you know what I mean, that's easier. At least you could salvage it. If you know what I mean. And that's what's happened. It's annoying, people. Like, I can't believe we're sitting back and watching this nonsense that's happening on a regular basis. Look at the top of the league, people. Arsenal are top of the league. How did they get past us that much? You know what I mean? How did they get past us like that? And it's crazy, man. That now I think they're about 15 points ahead with the game in hand. Can you imagine? Like, come on, how will they get 18 points if they win their next game? It's ridiculous. I don't know what our manager is doing. He's really frustrated me, people. I've come to the point that questions have to be asked about him. Like, not obviously in a way of getting sacked or anything like that. In a way of like, Klopp, like, bro, like, what's going on? Why aren't we getting the players that we deserve in this team? Like, why are we persisting with players that's aging and they look tired on the pitch? Why are we doing things like that? It's just the same old thing with Liverpool. Like, every season we go into it like too short. Like we're short like 2 or 3 players. Sometimes we're short 1 player. Why don't we get these players and capitalize on opportunities that we have in front of us? When you're in a position of power, like my mate Laser used to say, you got to strengthen. You got to strengthen from that position, man. And we're not doing that. And it's just coming to haunt us. You know what it is, people? You know, in the past, you used to get away with things, like when you're doing things, and that's what's happened to us. We got away with it for so long. It's finally catching up with us. This is why we're struggling on these games, and it's gonna continue because it doesn't look like we're getting any players in anytime soon. Gakpo, he's an outstanding young player, but is he what we need at the moment? No, we need midfielders. We need someone that's gonna like. I put a clip the other day what Ronaldo used to do. You know what I mean? And when teams like counter attack, he used to outpace their midfield so he could get ahead of them. So when they get in, like through on goal, he's there to intercept, if you know what I mean. Nowadays, when they get past our midfield, it's like it's impossible to get back because they can't run. They haven't got the legs, and it's just continuation of the same thing again and again and again. It's really frustrating me, man, and I've come to the point that I've had enough. And it's frustrating. I don't blame people that actually like go mad about it, and it's time to talk about it. It's time to talk about it and tell the truth. You can't just sit there and accept defeats to Brentford and you know, it's ridiculous, man. Five games we've lost this season, 1 at home against Leeds. I mean, and then you lose against Brentford's and Nottingham Forest, teams like that away from home, you know, and draw with Fulham. It's ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous, man. And I don't know, people, man. That 3-1, what I've seen in that game yesterday, it was people that don't want to be at the club anymore or something like along those lines. They either can't do it anymore or they don't want to be there anymore. You know, like hearing the same thing again and again. You're finishing 1 point behind Man City on a regular basis, and maybe they're fed up. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe the players are fed up with all the issues we're having, and they just can't be bothered anymore. You know, like it's like everything in life. When you do the same thing again and again, it doesn't work. You just give it up, don't you? That's what they're doing. That's what they're doing, and I can't see anything changing unless we strengthen that team, get new players, and you know, have competition for places. If you have that, then there won't be no issues in regards to players underperforming on the pitch, which is happening on a regular basis. Oh man, it's hard. It's heartbreaking what I'm watching, man, and it's sad because you know these players have done everything for us. You know what I mean, on that pitch for years, and they never let us down until this season. I honestly think Klopp's just based it on last season. I think he because of the quadruple, he thought like, oh, these players, like, I owe them respect for trying to win 4 trophies, but it just didn't happen. You know what I mean? It just, if you don't strengthen and you let players go at the same time, it's gonna be a dire season, isn't it? Let's just be honest. You let go of Mane, Minamino, and Origi. They all had their influential parts in the team. Mane, you know, closing down and from that left hand side and starting off the, you know, defensive side of things for Liverpool, and then, you know, you counter attack after that. We don't have that anymore. We're playing Oxlade-Chamberlain on the left. Come on, man, Oxlade-Chamberlain, who hasn't even got the legs anymore. It's just shambles, people. Honest to God, it's just shambles. And let me show you, obviously, the starting lineup and how it went, and I'll discuss like what happened throughout the game, because it was poor, man. And it came to the point like I had to shake my head and worry about these players. You know what I mean? Because it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. So you could see Konate here. He was the replacement for Matip. What has changed since Matip? It's not in the team. I think he's even got worse because he scored an own goal and he fell down. I think the guy tripped him up. I don't care what it was. I don't think it's a foul in a way because he kept on dilly-dallying with the ball instead of like clearing it as well. In those moments, you don't try. The thing with Konate is he tries to use his strength every single time in every opportunity when he's defending. Enough of that. Do what Van Dijk does. Just kick the ball back to the goalkeeper. Why do you have to do this muscle kind of thing? It's not always gonna work. Eventually, someone's gonna catch you out, and that's what's happened to you in that game. Just pass the freaking ball back to the goalkeeper, man. I mean, that's what Van Dijk does normally. And he didn't. The first goal, obviously, is from a corner. And he tapped it in. But the thing is, if you look at the first half, people, they had opportunities continuously, on a regular basis, again and again and again. And each set piece that was coming into the box, it was problems. It's like we can't defend set pieces anymore. It's like we can't put our bodies where it hurts anymore. We're not even intercepting anything. We're not even throwing ourselves at things. If you look at the likes of Man City, Man United, Arsenal, all those teams, they put their body where it hurts. With us, I don't think anyone does slide tackles. I don't think anyone intercepts anything. It's just they react when the ball is already being kicked. They put their hands behind their back. Why don't you go forward to narrow the angle of the ball so the guy, when he shoots, it will hit you? But you stand in your ground, put your hand behind your back, and then he could have the time to curl it around the corner. It's ridiculous, man. So that's why I don't want to keep having a go at Konate. Stop using your strength. Pass the ball back to the goalkeeper. That's what I want to say about him. And then you got Trent. Trent is improving defensively. He's more here than going beyond Salah, but he's always stuck around here now. And it's a worry for me because I'd rather Salah be there and he overlaps and crosses the ball in to them, which he doesn't do anymore. You know what I mean? Everything he's doing is from here, here, and it's unacceptable, people. You know what I mean? This is the best right back probably in the world. He has won the award a couple of times for being the best right back. You want him going forward and then cross the ball in, but he doesn't do that. He just stays here, goes back, stays here, goes back. And listen, I don't blame him because everybody is having a go at him, at his defensive side. He did say after the Leicester game, I need to improve on it, and I take the full blame for it as well. And he knows it. Finally, the bell has rung, and he knows that there's issues we're having at the moment at the back. And he's improving. Don't get me wrong, he's improving, but I need him there as well, overlapping Salah, so Salah can get in the middle, and then Oxlade can come in from the far post. Once the ball goes in, it's 3 people there. See, 1, 2, 3. So when the ball goes in, both 3 of them can at least go for the ball and score a goal. That's what we're missing at the moment, and we're not doing that. And it's frustrating me immensely, man. And I'm not happy about it. Honestly, I'm not happy about it. So that's Trent. So you got this guy Van Dijk, came back from the World Cup. I don't know what is going on with him. I honestly don't know what is going on with him. I saw him in the game in the halfway line, people. Halfway line, beyond that. And the guy come through and outpaced him and hit the goalkeeper. I mean, with a shot. Luckily, Alisson saved it. He couldn't catch him. From a standing position. So if you're in the halfway line up here with the rest of the team, there's this gap here. When there's a gap here, what do the teams do? They put their player here, kick the ball long, and then by the time Van Dijk gets back, the player's already here, and he took a shot. They scored from the resultant corner. Don't forget, Brentford had 2 goals disallowed from corners, man. Maybe 3, I don't know. I think it's 2 goals disallowed from corners. And another day, it would have been allowed. That's how bad it's got. That's how bad it's getting, people. So, yeah, when I see Van Dijk as a captain as well, his leadership ain't bloody like Henderson. Henderson might not be the best player in that position anymore, but you could hear him on the pitch. You could see him having a go at players. And Van Dijk is just quiet. You can see the goals. Where is the motivation? Where is the, telling off a player, stand in your position, have a go at the ball? He doesn't even do that. That's just why I don't like when Van Dijk is a captain. I want him to concentrate on his own game instead of trying to lead the troops, which he can't do properly, man. Everybody wants him as a captain, but he's not like a Henderson. He's not like a Gerrard. He's not like a person who should be on the pitch and have a go at players, draw them out, tell them what the hell you doing? Get back over there. You know what I mean? Or go and attack the ball. Things like you need communications like that in order for you to be heard as a captain, and he doesn't do that. Oh man, I don't know why I'm putting Robertson there anyway. Sorry. Tsimikas, a lot of people are, saying like he ain't the player that we thought he was. He ain't the player that's gonna, back up Robertson. I agree now. He's letting me down. He's got a ponytail now. You know what pissed me off the most, people? You know what pissed me off the most about Tsimikas? There was an incident, like during the game, the ball kept on going to the far post towards him, and he lost the headers, but obviously it went out for a goal kick. The guys jumped over him. On another day, if they had a slightly taller player, they would have just headed it in. There was another incident he done. He lost the ball, tried to cross the ball across the pitch towards Trent, and he got intercepted. And then the ball went in the box, far post, but he won that header. So you're only going to win that header if you make a mistake. But when the game goes on, you're going to lose every battle in the far post. That's why I started saying, you know what? These guys are not committed as I first thought. Not committed at all. I'm sorry. And with Tsimikas, I'm not even gonna waste my time with him anymore. I don't know what it is. It's either he lost hope in, trying to replace Robertson in that position, or this is the real Tsimikas we're seeing at the moment. That's, not even like contributing in the games anymore. He's just a pedestrian, isn't it? He's just a pedestrian, a player that's there that's doing absolutely nothing. It's hard to watch, man. I'll come back to Alisson at the end. Hopefully, I don't forget him. You know what? I don't want to say much about Alisson. He did get his hands to the actual shots on goal. He did try to save the goals that were going in, but that's how it is. And he's always a top performer, Alisson. And I'm not here to make any allegations against him, because he's the only one that's performing this season anyway. But Fabinho, people, I want him to stay here in games because he can't run. He can't catch up with the play. So I've always said, just sit in front of that defense. Don't move from there. But he's always up here. Taking over Thiago's position. He's always up here, taking off Elliot's position. He's always here. Like, I want you to stay there. We can't bloody stop goals going in. Stay there in that position and don't move. Why is it so hard for you to do that? It's frustrating, especially when you haven't got the legs to run back. And he's moving up and down that pitch, people. It's freaking ridiculous. Honest to God, it's ridiculous, man. So, we move on to Thiago. I don't know what's going on my screen. Hang on, people. Something is not right here. Did I do something wrong here? I don't know. So we move on from here. We move on to Harvey Elliott. Everybody's having a go at this young kid. Everybody is saying like he's not good enough. He's not the player that we thought he's gonna be. He's only 19, people. At the end of the day, we're rushing players into this team when we're supposed to build players from young age to become a senior player. If you're rushing players because you haven't got strength and depth, you haven't got the senior players there, this is the performances you're going to get. He's not a midfielder. He's trying his best to play in a position he's never played in his life. He's a winger or he's a number 10. That's what he is. Now we want him to run up and down that pitch defending for the team, and he hasn't got the legs for that. He never had pace. He hasn't got the stamina to go up and down that pitch either. So now you see him more or less here or up here, edge of the box, always passing the ball back to Trent or Konate or Fabinho, or just passing it wide to Salah. He never gets the ball in the box for some reason. He never shoots from outside the box either. So he's struggling on the pitch because the confidence of the team ain't there. If the confidence of the team was there, maybe we would have seen a different player. If the whole team is not performing at the same time, this is why we're all underperforming. If you know what I mean, I don't blame him. I don't think he's a first team player. I think we should have brought him on gradually. Then he could cement his place in the team. But if we're just trying to rush him in, like Klopp said when he first met him, I want you to be my, right side central midfielder when the other players leave. Like that's just a stupid statement to put on a young player. Let him learn his trade. Let him go on loan. Let him toughen up. Let him, run up and down that pitch in the championship. Like, get the stamina up. Let him understand what the position is first. When you're learning him out to those teams, there's a lot of things you got to do before you push these youngsters into actual, into the big games, especially at at a club at Liverpool, like Liverpool Football Club. We're a big club that's competing for Champions Leagues, and Premier Leagues, and other cups as well. We competed for the quadruple last season, people. I mean, this is the kind of club we are. You can't just push youngsters in the team and then expect them to do wonders. The thing that really angers me with our fan base is they're having a go at this player. It's not his fault, people. He's been pushed into a situation that he can't get out of. And not only that, he's not experienced enough to handle the pressure. Hence why he's underperforming on the pitch on a regular basis. So what I want to see in the next few weeks is probably a Caicedo, someone that's gonna show some life in this team, because we haven't got the runners anymore. We haven't got the players that's performing on a regular basis. Why can't we get a Caicedo? Why do we have to be nice on and off the pitch? On the pitch we get awards for being nice, people. Can you believe that? For not getting a lot of yellow cards, we get awards for that. What is this all about, people? I mean, what's the matter with players like Caicedo here? Why can't we get him? Why? Because we can't pay the 72 million Brighton one? You should have negotiated this straight away when you couldn't get him in the summer. You had all those months to say to Brighton, guys, we need this player. Let's negotiate. Let's put money on the table, and we give you this plus add-ons in the future as well. That's what they could have done, but they haven't done that. For some reason, we're going for attackers again. Attackers are the last thing we need. Gakpo is good, but I don't want Gakpo only. I want a midfielder that's actually gonna run for Fabinho when he's struggling to run. Intercept the play when Fabinho and all them can't do it. That's what I want to see. This is what we're missing. Everybody wanted Wijnaldum out. Now the same people that wanted Wijnaldum out are crying back for him. Can you believe that? They're saying, well, I wish he didn't go. But you're the one who said, get him out of the damn club. He's gone. Now look at us on the pitch. We're struggling. I don't want to say much about Harvey Elliott, because I don't blame him, people. Like, you can't blame these youngsters. I mean, they only come into the pitch because they're ambitious in their life to play for a big team. I mean, but if you're getting pushed into a situation that you're struggling in on a regular basis, that's where the manager comes in. And that's where Klopp has to hold up his hand and say, you know what, guys, I got this wrong. I think I've done wrong for these youngsters. I think I pushed them into the team far too early. I think we need to get a midfielder in that's going to stable that position and, make us control the games more, which we're missing. We don't have that anymore, man. I want to see us scare teams. Show teams that we're here to stay. You're not getting past our team. Fight them. Get those little nasty challenges in. We don't do. If you look at our midfield now, everything goes past. See you. It's easy. So easy. And there's not one player that's holding up his hand and saying, you know what, I'm going to bring that player down so he doesn't go through on my goalkeeper and score a goal. Look at that Leicester goal, people. 6 goals this season we conceded. 6 goals from across the season as well. It shows these players don't have any ambitions in this team anymore. If you're letting crosses come into your box and go into the net, then that shows you're not showing any ambitions, in my opinion. Nah, mate, I'm done. That's enough about Elliott for me. So let's talk about Thiago. Thiago, people, he's not a young man. I think he's 32, 31, something like that. We didn't buy him to run up and down this pitch everywhere. I didn't want to see Thiago doing all this. I want Thiago to stay in his position, which is here. Pass the balls. Through balls to the striker. That's what I want to see. I don't want to see him here. I don't want to see him here. Why is he all over the place at his age? He hasn't even got the pace to even get after players. Let him do his creativity. That's what we bought him for. And a lot of people are saying maybe Thiago is the problem because we had the engine in midfield, which was which other teams couldn't beat in battles and all that stuff. Which is right in a certain way. But if both of them are inept, can't run up and down, then we have a problem. If someone can team up with this guy and cover him when he needs help, then we won't concede those goals. We will never concede those goals. You know what I mean? It's common sense, people. It's common sense. And I just can't believe our coaching team can't see what we're seeing, man. Every single time we give advice, yes, we don't play football, but if we give advice, listen to us. That's what we're saying. The whole fan base, even in the stadium when I go down, they said, we need midfielders to back these midfielders. If these midfielders get pushed from behind, at least their performance will be in a higher level. And it's true. They'll be in a higher level because they don't want to lose their spot in the team. But when they're doing that, they know they're going to start next week. They know they could perform the same way they're doing it in every game. I mean, it's never going to change. It's never going to change. And I'm getting fed up with it now. What I said is, if we don't buy the adequate replacements, the players that's going to compete for the first team, like Casado, Ruben Neves, or Jude, right now, then the season is over. Because these players can't do it anymore. And I don't want another player like Alpha Melo, like a panic buy. What are we doing panic buys for? Or panic loans? You should set up a transfer from the beginning. You know where we was from the start of the season till now. We go on a little run, and then we go back to normal. Little run, go back to normal. I mean, come on, man. Arsenal are top of the league. Not so long ago, they were in the bottom half of the league. How is this happening? 15 points clear of us. It's ridiculous, man. As for Oxlade, people, I don't know what to say anymore. I'm done with this guy. I'm done with this guy. Yes, he scored a goal, but no, not for me. Doesn't do it for me. He's absolutely garbage. The guy's been here as long as Salah, and we're celebrating 100 games like he plays for Liverpool Football Club. Like, what is this all about, man? 100 games. Who gives a damn about 100 games? And why does it take you that long? Salah is on the way to 300. It's ridiculous, man. Like, it's a criminal, man. Like, this guy is getting a lot of wages at our football club that could have been like going towards a top class player. If you know what I mean. If you get rid of him and Naby Keita, maybe the wages like for like the likes of Jude Bellingham or someone in a high regards, we could cover it with that. But we're not even doing that. It's hard to watch. I swear to God, it's hard to watch, man. Yeah, I'm done with Oxlade. This guy, Salah, invisible. Like what they said, Aubameyang, Ozil, as soon as they got their wages, the wages they wanted, they're not the same players anymore. Salah is on and off the season. He puts it on in the big games, off in the next games. Gakpo, I hope, will like wake him up because probably he's looking across the pitch and he doesn't see Mane anymore. Maybe that's the issues we're facing. And that's what he needs. That's what he needs. Philip says, please subscribe if you haven't, people. Much appreciated for tuning in. Thiago needs to do what he's good at and get quality midfielders in during this window. Philip, like I said, bro, if we're going to do panic buys, I'm not interested. I'm not interested in panic buys. I want players that's, going to be competing in the first team that we was looking at for a while. I mean, like Casado, we was looking at him for a while. We were meant to get him in this January, but Brighton are playing hardball, so Liverpool have to do something to get him. You know what I mean, Ruben Neves, similar to Thiago, creative player. He could play 6 as well. Why don't we get 2 of them like that? And he's only going to cost 50 million. And if you look at Ruben Neves, he's 25 years old. So he's at that age we need, 25-year-olds, 26-year-olds. You know what I mean? So it's not all doom and gloom if we get those kind of players. If you know what I mean, mate. So yeah, please subscribe if you haven't. Yeah, much appreciated for tuning in. Yeah, so with Salah, he's not doing it for me, people. Like even now, he's here. He's in the box with Nunes. No more like touchline winger. He's actually playing here now, and he's still struggling. You know what I mean? Yes, he created a chance for Nunes, and Nunes, the goalkeeper saved it and all that stuff. But I need more from Salah. I need a Salah that taking on players, like shooting it in the top corner, curling it in the top corner. Where is that gone? Like I said, maybe Gakpo is going to bring the best out of him because, he's probably missing Mane. Like that competition they had, Mane and Salah. Maybe that's what's missing in the team, and that's what he needs to do. If someone is outdoing you in the team, then you come into your own and then you want to outdo him. Maybe that's what he has to do. That's how I see it with Salah. This season, ever since he's got the money, nah, non-existent. So I'm looking at Nunes. A lot of people having a go at Nunes. I'm not having a go at him. Like you look at Man United, they gave Pogba time, they gave Sancho time, and Man City is giving Grealish time, Maguire, etc. for big money. This kid is doing everything right. He's improving in, holding up play. He's improving with his touches and shooting as well. But he just can't score the goals. And us turning on him ain't going to get his confidence up. We need to stand up and be counted. We need to give him the confidence that he needs. We need to be the fans that we know we are and help this kid out. He's getting opportunities in every game. He's not missing out in any games. He's getting the opportunities in every game. And all he has to do is put it back at the net. That's what I want to see. You know what I mean? So in time, I think he'll be all right. But when people turn on him and laugh at him and have a go at him, it's not the way, is it? Because you're putting his confidence down, and especially with social media, every player is on social media now, so they actually see what's going on around the world. You know what I mean? So let's just get behind the kid, give him a chance, see where he's going to go eventually. You know what I mean? Every other team, when they buy players, they give them 1 or 2 years to come to their own. I can see this kid in the next few months becoming even better if we just push him and give him the platform to perform on a regular basis. Us having a go at him is not the way. He's getting the opportunities. He just can't finish. He goes out there, he goes out here, he plays with the team. What he needs to do as well is intercept like Firmino used to do. That's what we're missing. That's why we're getting a lot of attacks. I've noticed we're missing Firmino in that position. Firmino used to be here. As soon as the other team attacks, he used to intercept the balls and then pass it back to Fabinho or whoever's at the back. That's what we're missing. Like with him, Nunes, he's got the energy to go everywhere, hasn't he? So if he comes back when we haven't got possession and make it like this, and then just intercept, plug the gaps, just intercept when they're passing, and then we could just attack and get a goal. That's what he needs to do. That's all he has. That's what's missing, from my opinion, and the goal scoring. There's 2 he needs to improve on. But I've seen him improve a lot of things like hold up play and passing the ball. He's getting better at that. Even though he kicked the ball off for a throw in the last game, but Trent should have been alert and moved forward a bit, if you know what I mean. Yeah. So that's what I've got for you. Obviously with the players, a lot of improvement to do, and I don't know, man. I just don't know where we're going to go. I don't know where we're going to go. But we need signings, people. We need signings as soon as possible. If we're going to just sit here and accept it. Philip says, agreed with you. The midfield that we have been looking at for a good while is what we must sign. Yeah, 100%, Philip. That's what we need to do, man. And it's frustrating, like, we're not doing it. I mean, the worst thing about Liverpool Football Club, mate, like, the issue we're having is, like, we stand still and other teams improve. Like, why are we letting other teams improve when we're supposed to be improving? For like 30 years, Liverpool Football Club didn't win league title because of these teams tag teaming us. That's what they've done. They made sure that we haven't like gone back to where we used to be, and we're not doing that to them. We're just giving them by. Yeah, get through. No problem. You could do whatever you want. It shouldn't be like that. We should fight no matter what. Even if you're not going to win the league, give 100%. Give 100%. We're not doing that. It's freaking frustrating, man. So let's do the player rating for the game. Alisson, listen, he tried to get to the ball a few times. He had his hands on the balls when they were going back of the net. He nearly saved them. So I'm only going to give him 7 because, he's been the outstanding player of the season. I can't just go below 7. You know what I mean? Come on, man. You can't do that. You can't do that. Konate, I'll give him a 3. Second half, he got better when he took over Van Dijk's position. But that goal, nah, I'm not accepting that. Like, the first goal is understandable. It ricocheted off him and went in. But the second one, like, you can't keep using your strength, man. The strength, it's not the way to go on about things. I'm sorry, like, you can't keep using your strength, Konate. You got to change your ways, man. Pass the ball back to the goalkeeper. Let us start an attack or something. If you keep using your body and then eventually get caught, that's what happens. A goal like that. Simicaz, I'll give him a 2. Non-existent again. Don't do it for me anymore. Trent, I'll give him a 5. He still needs to improve. He needs to overlap Salah to put crosses in the box. He had an opportunity to shoot as well, people, and he didn't do that. So he needs to improve in overlapping. Defensively, he is improving, but overlapping, he ain't doing that anymore. Van Dijk, nah, I'm done with Van Dijk, man. Where's the leadership, man? You're the captain. You're the leader. You're the inspiration of the team. We're losing battles in the box. That's where your position is. This is where your strong point is. You see those players beating your players in the air, on the floor. The guy even had time to control the ball and shoot it at the goal. In the box. In the freaking box. How is that acceptable? Come on, man. I've always said that about Van Dijk. I don't think he's a captain material. He's a great player, but his communication doesn't exist. I've seen games I went to Anfield. I don't even see him shouting at anyone. He's just quiet, even when things are going wrong. Come on, bro. Oxlade, I give him a 4 because he scored a goal, but other than that, he didn't keep up with the play, didn't do nothing, didn't take on anyone. It's just, it's just time, innit? It's just time is ticking for him to leave, innit? That's what it is, people. That's what it is. Fabinho, 5. Sometimes he's done good, but there's a lot of bad as well. And I hope he improves. He improves because, like, he's missing the legs in the midfield, innit? That's what he's missing, Fabinho. He hasn't got the legs anymore. That used to, like, back him up. He used to do that little interceptions in the middle, like when the other team's got the ball. So when they look it up, Fabinho's right on them and he gets the ball off them. Now, he hasn't got those Wijnaldums, Henderson that used to do the running for him. He's looking like an 80-year-old. He's not... I don't think he's 29, man. I think he's 39. That's what I think when I watch him, man. If he can run like the way he runs, then come on, man. You're older than what you're saying, bro. Harvey Elliott 3. I'm not going to say bad things about Harvey Elliott, people. He's a young kid at the end of the day. Liverpool through and through. If the manager doesn't tell him, mate, start passing forward, start shooting from outside the box and, do more stuff that's progressing the team, then it's not his fault. Like, he keeps doing the same thing every game. Let's just pass it back. That's all he does. It's ridiculous, man. Thiago didn't have a good game, but I'll give him a 6, man. At least he tried. He tried to pass the ball through the gaps. He tried to run with the ball now and again. I'm not gonna say anything bad about him because he has been our best midfielder for the last few games as well. So Thiago, I'll give him a 6. Nunes, he done some good stuff in the game, but he's got to finish. It's time now, isn't it? It's time to finish now. That's your next step now, Nunes. Get the goals. Get the freaking goals. Salah, 5. Not in the game. Don't do it for me. I already spoke about him. It just doesn't do it for me anymore, man. Like, since Mane left and the money is in his account, he's more like salad eating Salah than, competitive Salah. It's just, You just go and show your body on your Twitter, your muscles, your 6-packs. That's what you got. Just go and do that, man. I'm done with that bullshit, man. I'll give it Robertson an 8. He came on like full of intensity, and he did try to lead the team because he took the captaincy away from Van Dijk, and he did try his best in the second half when he came on as well. So I'm not saying a lot of bad things about Robertson. Like, one thing I don't like is when he got the players together in the middle of the pitch and tried to tell them what to do. That should be a manager's job, not your job. Let the manager do that. Go to the manager, tell him to pull the players in, and let's talk. That's what you should have said. Not you telling the players what to do, like you're the leader of all leaders. That's what Chelsea done, I think, with AVB, I remember, and the AVB got sacked afterwards, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Because the players are ruling the asylum. It shouldn't be like that, mate. I'm sorry, man. Come on, man. Matip didn't do a foot wrong when he came on. I'll give him an 8. Naby Keita, I'll give him a 6 for his progression with the ball. Other than that, not impressed with him. It's time to go. That's 5 years of the same crap. When are we going to get a decent performance from him? When? Well, how long do we have to wait? I mean, enough is enough, man. Curtis Jones didn't do nothing, so I'll give him a 3. I think I've overdone that there. I'll give him a 3. It's just not for me. He never was for me. I've always said it. If you're not contributing on the team, what's the point of you being here? What are you actually doing at this football club? You know what I mean? Is it because of a Scouse? That shouldn't be the actual thing that makes you stay in the team. I'm sorry. Like, you need to do more. I mean, take shots, take on players. At least show us something. Even if you get intercepted going towards the other box, do something different. You know what I mean? Come on, bro. I'm tired of defending these players, man. He needs to go out alone next season, man. Like, strengthen up. Like, play like a different way and understand how to play for a big club. He doesn't understand how to play for a big club. That's what I'm saying about Curtis Jones, people. He doesn't understand it, man. We're asking too much from a player that's just not good enough anymore. Like, come on, man. Enough, man. Enough being nice. Yeah, so that's what I got for you, obviously, from the ratings. It's hard to watch, man. Yeah, 50 feet of the season, 2 wins away. This is how bad we are, people. Like, 2 wins away from home. How is that possible? Like, it's not. It's Tottenham and Aston Villa. Those are hard away teams. You know what I mean? But we can't beat Northern Forest and Brentford. What can I say? What can I say? Man United away. Like, if you can't get up for your rivals, you know what I mean, and you know, give all you can against that team, what's the point of even playing football? Drawing Everton away, 0-0. I mean, like, come on, man. Fulham away, 2-2. It's ridiculous, man. Absolutely ridiculous, man. I can't do it anymore, man. I just can't. I can't defend this team anymore, man. You know, like, sometimes you just have to see the light, people, like, and be truthful to yourself. I love the manager. I love everything he done for us. But what's the next step? I mean, what's the progression? Like, we've got the same midfield that we had 4 years ago. When is the new midfield going to come in? You know what I mean? Is it every single season? Oh, next season we're going to make a big signing. Next season we're going to make a big signing. Is that how we're going to go on about it? You know what I mean? Like, we're talking about Jude Bellingham. How is Jude Bellingham going to come to Liverpool when we're not playing in the Champions League? What influence is he going to have in a team that's already struggling? We can't even get Thiago to bloody put any influence in the team. I mean, so how can a player like Jude Bellingham come into Liverpool and inspire us when we need more than Jude Bellingham? You got to think about it, people. Lot of things to do, man. And who says Real Madrid ain't going to come in for him? Who says Man City is not going to come in for him? I mean, they got more ambition than us. We ain't got no ambitions anymore. We're accepting being mediocre. And the manager is telling us to accept it. Because we've got to start again. Listen, I'm getting old, man. I'm not getting younger, man. It's about here and now life. We should have known it after that pandemic. I mean, don't waste any time. Get things going. That's what we need to do. And yeah, Jude Bellingham, man, I'm not even too sure he's going to come to Liverpool, people. Honestly, I think we're putting our hopes on a player that might not even turn up at Liverpool. That's how sad it's going to get. I mean, we've seen it before. We talked about Mbappe. We talked about other players on their way to Liverpool. Never happened. Never happened. Why are we refusing to buy midfielders when our current ones are aging? Yeah. So that's the question. I'm asking myself, like, why aren't we buying players when our current midfield is aging? I wish I could tell you, people. I mean, because it looks like every season we don't prepare for anything. We just hit and hope kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like, have it. That's what we do. Have it. And it's becoming frustrating. And I don't blame people. I don't blame people, like, becoming angry and frustrated, and, you know, like, you're putting all your money, all your you know, hobby and everything that you love into this club. You buy £100 shirt every season. You know what I mean? £100. I spend £100 on shirts. Nah, man. Enough, man. If you're not showing me the desire, the commitment on the pitch, why am I wasting my time always being the best fan in the world? Why? We don't deserve this. I don't deserve this. All we do is shout, sing for them. But what do we get in return if you're not even trying on the pitch? What's the point? Don't waste my time. You know what I mean? Just either do your business or just go. It's hard, man. About the takeover, I wish I could tell you, people. I mean, they announced it. Did they announce it just so we don't buy players? I don't know. It's time for FSG, in my opinion, to go. I've had enough. I mean, you got to wake up to reality. These owners are businessmen. They don't have the money. It's like me investing in Liverpool. Whatever I have in my pocket, that's mine. I don't want to get it out and invest in Liverpool. I'll do it whenever I want. If I want to buy shirts, it's like that. That's what they have. They don't generate money like, like those oil merchants at City. Like when you spend money, you get it back straight away. Nah, they're just businessmen. Any American owner in the Premier League is a businessman. There's no American owner that's a trillionaire that's spending money out of his pocket on a regular basis. That doesn't happen from Americans. I've said that when I was a kid. I hope Americans don't get into our game. No offense to Liverpool fans that are American or anything like that, but they have a certain way of life over there, which is trading, things like that. That's what they do. And they don't realize the Premier League is not like that. Now we've got another American owner who owns bloody Bournemouth. So it's about 11 or 12 teams that's American owned in the Premier League now. So if they ever want a major league or some nonsense like that in this country, the majority votes will win. So be worried, people. Be worried. FSG, it's time to go, man. It's time to go. I've had enough. I've had enough, man. I can't keep watching this nonsense season in, season out. You've got to generate money to spend. Why do we have to do that? Why? Who are you? Who are you to tell me that? John Conway, hi Fozzie, how are you? Happy New Year. Happy New Year, brother. Yeah, listen, man, they got me out of retirement, mate. They got me out of retirement. I'm going to be doing this on a regular basis. I'll come back tomorrow as well, man. I'll do this on a regular again, man. I hope you guys enjoyed this as well. I'm just telling the truth, bro. I'm just telling the truth. And it's time people see it and, judge it for themselves as well, man. Because our club is deteriorating, man. We're actually really, really going downhill. And when you see Arsenal at the top of the league, it's not acceptable, man. I'm sorry, man. Not so long ago, they were like in the bottom half of the league. How are they top of the league all of a sudden? Making us look bad. Nah, man. Done with this bullshit, man. Done. Are we going to get top 4 with this team? It's hard to say, people. Like, if we don't make signings, we ain't going to get top 4, in my opinion. There's too many strong teams above us. So if we go back to... Hang on, let me just do this. If we go back to the table, I'll show you how it is. Where is this? If we go back to the table, I'll show you how it is. Look at this. Arsenal, 15 points clear with the game in hand. Man City, obviously, right behind them. You got Newcastle, you got Manchester United, you got Tottenham, and you got us. So if you look at these teams, Tottenham are the only ones that's dropping on a regular basis now because they're having issues, even at home as well as away. Man United, consistency now. Newcastle, consistency now. Manchester City, they will be consistent. They're not doing it now, but they will be consistent at some point of the season. Everybody knows that. You don't spend, that much money and then, compete for second place. I'm sorry. Arsenal finally found consistent as well. So this is us here, inconsistent. So what are we going to do to get into that? If we're going to keep playing the way we're playing, get in a 4-game run and then dip again. Get in a 4-game run and dip again. That's what we're going to do. Like a yo-yo. So if we're not doing consistency as we used to do before, we're never going to get the top 4. And then after that, you're never going to get top players. See, like I said in the beginning of the stream, we've been playing with the risks for so long, it's finally catching us up. It's like me going to Asda's, rubbing it again and again and again, then I got caught eventually. Because they knew, I will slip up. These teams already knew we will slip up because opponent managers are saying, we know how Liverpool play. So we accommodate them. We congest the area that they are strong in. That's what they do now. Even the Brentford manager said that. I couldn't believe it. I thought Carlo Ancelotti only would say that. Brentford manager said that yesterday. We know how to play against Liverpool. Pie! What a joke. What a joke. John Conway says, I agree with you, Fozzie. Thanks, you, brother. Oh, no, thank you very much, mate. Thank you very much, man. Yeah, I'm going to start doing it again, bro. Let's make sense out of it as well, you know what I mean? Where do we go from here? Sign some players. Sign some freaking players, man. Get the team going again. Get those players you was after that's been refused. Pay the money. I don't give a damn if it's 100 million. Pay the damn money and let us compete. Come on, man. Let us get on a run with those players coming in. Get the slaves back on the damn pitch. The players that run up and down and give you the 100%. And you could have that quality on the side as well. Let's do that again, man. That's the only way. The only way we could get out of this rut is spend. Spend money, heavy money, like Carragher said yesterday. 200 million, 300 million, I don't give a damn. If these owners can't do it, just go. Just sell the club. There's always going to be buyers for Liverpool out there. We've got a lot of people that's interested at a football club. We're not in debt. We're ambitious. We've got a new stand building. We're going to build another stand, the Kenny Dalglish stand. I mean, off the pitch, we're going to have to work on the infrastructure. You know what I mean? So we need people that's going to be committed to our football club and spending in the near future. Otherwise, we'll be in that bottom half like Arsenal was a few seasons ago. Enough, man. Yes, we have to buy. Our next game is the FA Cup versus Wolverhampton at Anfield, the Saturday, the 7th of January. I'm going to be there, unfortunately. You know what I mean? I'm driving there, and that's going to take a lot out of my energy. That's the only cup we can win, isn't it, really? We can't win anything else. Real Madrid's probably going to smash us up if we don't buy the players that we have. Even if the players come in, how long is it going to take for them to integrate with the team? You know what I mean? They might not even perform straight away. They might need to be 4 or 5, 6 games. You know what I mean? So it's a lot of things ahead, man. A lot of things ahead. I can't believe I'm going to this game on Saturday, wasting my time. But I'm in the Kenny Dalglish stand, so I'm happy about that. I'm going to be in bottom tier, so at least I could see the game properly. And probably Gakpo might start as well, so the new player will start. Yeah, listen, if the team is not giving us commitment on the pitch, I'm not supporting you, mate. I'm sorry. I'm going to come out. I'm going to say it how it is, and I'm not going to stop. Give me commitment on the pitch. That's all I ask for. If you're not giving it to me, do one. Endsman TV says, big up, bro. Big up, man. Big up, bro. Man. Please go and subscribe to Endsman TV. He does some brilliant stuff, man. I've seen the quiz shows he does. And, he does match reactions and all that stuff. So please, people, go over and subscribe to his channel. He's got a brilliant team out there. I'm telling you right now, man. Big up, brother. Big up. Yeah, so that's all I got for you people. I mean, luckily I got a day off, so I could have a rest from this. But I'm going to come back doing this on a regular basis. Those who haven't watched, please just tune in to the social medias. I'll be writing on there and trying to get the channel back up and running in it. That's what I'm going to start doing soon. So yeah, just follow me and I'll bring some more contents out in the future. Thanks for everyone that's tuned in as well, man. Much appreciated. I know it ain't easy. Big up Aziz, the regular. Big up. Thank you for coming on. I know it's not as it used to be. I'll try come back with the team as well. Try get some team together to for us to do this on a regular and do the chat shows again. I miss that. I really miss that. I know a lot of people miss that as well. Let me just read the comments before I go. Love for that, bro. No, don't worry, bro. Everything's cool, man. I mean, that's how it is. You gotta help each other over here. There's no egos, bro. No egos, man. As he says, that performance yesterday, yeah, dog shit for sure. And we need to learn from it, innit, man. I'm not here saying Klopp out, man. Klopp is our manager. Klopp is everything to me. You know what I mean, I've been here since Bob Paisley. You know what I mean, I was born when Bob Paisley was the manager. I went through Fagan after that. I went through Kenny Dalglish after that. I went through Graham Souness, Roy Evans, Gerard Houllier, Rafa Benitez, Roy Hodgson, Kenny Dalglish again, Brendan Rodgers, and Jurgen Klopp after that. So I've been through all those managers. It's not just one manager I've been through. I've been through a lot of managers in my lifetime. You know what I mean? So don't be fooled. I am 44 this month as well. So, you know what I mean? I'm not getting any younger as well. So that's why I don't want to wait. You know what I mean? It's about here and now life. You know what I mean? You don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. We need to stop this, next year is ours kind of nonsense. It has to get away from that nonsense, in my opinion. But yes, people, please like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you soon. Take care, everybody.